Hello, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Sarasota. We are here to support you in finding a personal relationship with the God of your understanding and in discovering what you already know. My name is Jim Grove, a licensed spiritual practitioner here at the center, and I greet you with Namaste. Namaste is Sanskrit and means the divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Let's begin today by affirming our vision and mission statements. The words can be seen on your screen. Please feel free to read aloud with me. First, our vision. Empowering spiritual growth as a loving, inclusive, worldwide community. And now our mission. We teach science of mind principles and other life-affirming spiritual truths. We explore, we learn, we grow, we connect, honoring all paths to God. We offer in-person and online weekly services, classes, workshops, affirmative prayer support, and other spiritual tools. We create opportunities for joyful social connection, community outreach, and service. And we celebrate the awakening of our innate spiritual magnificence. Now, as we move into our time of prayer and meditation, I invite you to relax, close your eyes, and focus on your breathing as our guest soloist, Kassie Coykendall, and our own Bob Teesdale set the tone for us with a chant entitled In the Silence by Jack Fowler.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said, and right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself. In the silence there is peace. In the silence the silence there's release from a world full of chaos and noise. So I wait for these precious moments when I hear all that could never be said. And right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself.
Please join me in this meditation inspired by Ernest Holmes, the founder of our philosophy. There is one spirit, infinite and invisible, in which everyone lives, moves, and has their being. In this spirit, I am directly unified with all people. I recognize this spirit as individualized in everyone, and I see each person I meet in the light of this divine and changeless truth. There is one spirit diffused through all humanity. I hold communion with this spirit in everyone. In a hand clasp, I feel its warmth and color. In the exchange of thought, I feel the presence and the activity of the divine mind. In the blessing of friendship, I sense its love, and in the silent stillness, I trust its divine guidance. I am separated from none, united with all, and one with the eternal light itself. As I go among people, I know that the presence of pure spirit within me, which I recognize, blesses everyone I meet, tends to heal everything I touch, and brings gladness into the life of everyone I contact. Therefore, I am a blessing to myself, to humankind, and to every day in which I live. In deepest gratitude for this truth of my very being and that of all people, I now release these words in complete trust that the infinite invisible is now establishing them as reality in my experience of life. And so it is. The message today is part 3 in a series by our spiritual leader, Reverend Karen Wolfson, entitled Be Still and Trust, the Infinite Invisible. But before we hear from Reverend Karen, I'm pleased to welcome back Kassie and Bob to sing Increase My Faith by Jana Stanfield. Welcome, Kassie and Bob.
Increase my faith in the things I cannot see, the things I cannot prove, yet I choose to believe when my confidence fails. It's these words I pray. Oh, and the things I cannot prove. Yet I choose to believe when my confidence fades. It's these words I pray. Oh, increase my faith. Increase my faith. Increase my faith.
Thank you, Kassie and Bob. Increase my faith. How many times have we prayed that or thought that? Increase my faith in the things I cannot see, in the things I cannot prove. When my confidence fades, it's these words I pray. Increase my faith. Or you could say, increase my trust. Increase my trust in the things I cannot see or prove. When my confidence fades, increase my trust. Well, today I'm wrapping up this three-part series of messages on being still. And today it is about being still, be still and trust the infinite invisible. That's right, trust the infinite invisible. Now, the first message was be still and know you've got a friend. Second was be still and listen. Stillness speaks. And today, be still and trust the infinite invisible. But first, let's check in. If you heard the past two Sundays' messages, did you give it a try? Were you able to find moments of inner stillness when you sensed you've got a friend or that you were not alone? Or did you find that when you treated yourself to a few minutes of stillness, something spoke to you, a feeling, a nudge, an idea, a realization? I hope so. Anyway, I want you to know that I think about you so often and in between our times together, and it's so good knowing you are out there. And I continue to affirm and see you as vibrantly healthy and abundantly supported in every way. And to you, our team of financial contributors, thank you for standing by us. You continue to be an absolutely essential part of all that makes it possible for us to share our message, our caring, and our connection. So thank you. So today, be still and trust the infinite invisible. This series was inspired by the title of a book by Eckhart Tolle about stillness. The title was Stillness Speaks. And today I want to begin by sharing with you a rather unusual piece written by poet John Rodell. Now, he has a Facebook page, John Rodell, R-O-E-D-E-L, and maybe you can relate to this that he wrote. I was so touched. I was touched by his unique description of finding stillness. Here's how it goes. My brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I had become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room with each other. Now my head and heart share custody of me. I stay with my brain during the week, and my heart gets me on the weekends. They never speak to one another. Instead, they give me the same note to pass to each other every week, and the notes they send to one another always say the same thing. This is all your fault. On Sundays, my heart complains about how my head has let me down in the past, and on Wednesday, my head lists all the times my heart has screwed things up for me in the future. They blame each other for the state of my life, and there's been a lot of yelling and crying. So lately, I've been spending a lot of time with my gut, who serves as my unofficial therapist. Most nights, I sneak out of my window in my rib cage and slide down my spine and collapse on my gut's plush leather chair that's always open for me. And I just sit, 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 sit until the sun comes up. Well, last evening, my gut asked me if I was having a hard time being caught between my heart and my head, and I nodded. I said I didn't know if I could live with either of them anymore. My heart is always sad about something that happened yesterday, while my head is always worried about something that may happen tomorrow, I lamented. Well, my gut squeezed my hand. I just can't live with my mistakes of the past, or my anxiety about the future, I sighed. And my gut smiled and said, in that case, you should go stay with your lungs for a while. Well, I was confused. The look on my face gave it away. If you are exhausted about your heart's obsession with the fixed past and your mind's focus on the uncertain future, your lungs are the perfect place for you. There's no yesterday in your lungs. There's no tomorrow there either. There is only now. There's only inhale. There's only exhale. There is only this moment. There is only breath. And in that breath, you can rest while your heart and head work their relationship out. Well, this morning while my brain was busy reading tea leaves and my heart was staring at old photographs, I packed a little bag and walked to the door of my lungs. Before I could even knock, she opened the door with a smile. And as a gust of air embraced me, she said, "What took you so long?" Simply breathing. Who knew it could be so simple? Being still. One of the things that makes this simple is that trust, one breath at a time. And taking it further in that stillness, trust the infinite invisible. Well, that's a lot of trust. You know, I'm borrowing that term from one of my favorite New Thought teachers, Joel Goldsmith. He wrote, "The infinite invisible is our sufficiency in all things. This invisible presence goes before us to make the crooked places straight. When we're tempted to say, I need, I want, I haven't enough, I'm not enough, we remember that our sufficiency is in the infinite invisible." Wow. Now, Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "All I have seen teaches me to trust the Creator for all that I cannot see." In other words, the infinite invisible. I know, it's not our natural tendency to trust what we can't see or touch. And infinite, wrapping our minds around that, well, it's huge. You know, infinite is limitless, contingent on nothing, no space or time parameters. Call it God, Spirit, higher power, the universe. It's not specific to any particular religion, and it's available to all. It's the way life itself works, when we get out of the way. Ernest Holmes, the architect of our teaching, wrote, "It is as simple as this. We are surrounded by an infinite law of life that can do anything. There's no limit to it, and it does not know anything about big and little. And what this law does for us, it does through us. It is the way life itself works when we get out of the way." Now, Ralph Waldo Emerson put it this way, and rather bluntly, I must say. He said, "Let us take our bloated nothingness out of the way of the path of the divine circuits." Out of the way of the divine circuits. Have you ever experienced an electrical short circuit? Well, you know, it pretty much stops things, doesn't it? And what is our bloated nothingness? And he really isn't insulting, but it kind of feels that way. But it got our attention, didn't it? He's referring to our material approach to trying to control and explain everything, and then dismissing anything else we can't control and explain. Here's the way another wise New Thought teacher expressed it, the wonderful Florence Scovel Shinn. And when I heard this, I just loved it. It's so simple. She said, "We must stop planning, plotting, and scheming, and let infinite intelligence solve the problem in its own way. This God power is subtle, silent, and irresistible. It levels mountains and fills in valleys, and it knows no defeat. Giving infinite intelligence the right of way, she says, our part is to follow our intuitive leads and prepare for our blessings. Trust the infinite invisible. But you might be wondering, how can we trust that this will result in good for us? Well, Ernest Holmes assures us, saying, the will of God, the creator of life, is for you is a life of boundless joy, success, happiness, peace, and abundance flowing through you. Wow, a life of boundless joy, success, happiness, peace, and abundance flowing through you. That is the will of the Creator for you. Well, okay then. Whatever the issue or problem you're facing, be still and trust. My friend and colleague, Dr. Chris Michaels of Center for Spiritual Living, Fort Lauderdale, said it this way. Our problems, challenges, and limitations are tiny, insignificant matters compared with the immense power we have to overcome them. We are powerful because all of our power is generated where? From within. It rises up to meet whatever challenge it is faced with. It is spiritual power that comes directly from the life of God within every individual, and it is limitless. I love what the brilliant theologian Howard Thurman said. I tap the resource that is beyond me by tapping the resource that is within me. Be still and tap that inner infinite resource. Be still and trust. Trust the infinite invisible. So are you struggling? Is it about people or about time, not enough time, or resources, not enough, or about your well-being? This infinite invisible has answers and solutions that we can't even begin to imagine. Well, why trust? Couldn't we do a little trial and error instead of just trusting? Well, here's how author Gloria Karpinski puts it. She says, trust will give you everything you need. When we say yes to Spirit, to God, the infinite invisible, of course, we don't really know what it's going to lead to. But your soul knows. Your soul knows your deepest intentions and desires. And when you relax into the stillness and trust, your soul's deepest intentions open to receive and express the beautiful power of the infinite invisible. Did you hear me say relax? Yes, I did say relax. Because when you relax into the stillness and trust, well, let me tell you, I recently came across a little book inspired by the writings of another brilliant early New Thought teacher, Neville Goddard. And the title is Relax More, Try Less. That's right, relax more, try less. Now that seems counterintuitive, but Goddard's many, many books brilliantly do point out that of course we have desires for our health, our finances, our relationships, our experiences, our creative expression, and that it is our imagination that opens the way for us to manifest this abundance in all areas of our life. God within you is your imagination. Imagination, is the creative power in each of us. And he says that the portal to freeing the creativity of that imagination is not by trying harder and harder, but by relaxing. And wait, think about it. It makes such wonderful sense. Relaxation feels so good. It is restorative. It's healthy. And you and I know all too well the stress of trying harder and harder. Well, it's just the opposite. Now, here's a caveat. Relaxation doesn't necessarily mean being immobile. You may have experienced that wonderful sense of relaxation while in the zone of creating and accomplishing something that enlivens you. But here's the thing. Goddard points out that by relaxing more, we can immediately start to feel abundant within. Well, I know when I'm relaxing, I'm not feeling pangs of lack and limitation. I feel abundant. Think about it. And in this relaxation, my imagination does just start creating. And then I find I'm relaxing into the feeling of an imagined scenario of my desire. It's kind of a playful sense of relaxing into the sense of my imagined what if. Relaxing it into the field of the infinite invisible where limitless possibilities exist. What I'm saying is, relax and trust are synonymous. Try it this week. Be still and trust. Relax. And see how you open yourself to your soul's imaginings in the field of the infinite invisible. Start with something you think is small. Remember, God doesn't know the difference, but we do. So start maybe with something you think is small, perhaps the intention for your day, or for a project, or for a personal encounter. In the words of Ernest Holmes, back of every concept you entertain, there is an inexhaustible reservoir of life, of imagination and energy flowing through you into action. Therefore, he says, learn to live without effort. I'll say, relax. So he affirms for himself, he says, because I am putting my whole trust in the infinite good, the infinite invisible, I move with ease and accomplish without strain. I love that. Now, summing it all up, you know the infinite invisible by its very nature has to infuse everything, and it does. And so Kassie is going to take us into our week with the song that expresses this in a way that we can take into every experience. Peter Mayer's wonderful song, Everything, Everything is Holy Now. And so it is. I'll see you soon.
When I was a child each week, on Sunday we would go to church, listen to my daddy preach. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything, everything, everything is holy now. When I was in Sunday school, we would learn about the time Moses split the sea in two, and Jesus made the water wine. And I remember feeling sad that miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything, everything, everything's a miracle. Everything is holy now. 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 Why? From water is a lot so small. is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Read a questioning child's face and say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come and say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This morning outside I stood and saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me want to bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. Everything is holy now. 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 Everything is holy now.
Thank you, Kassie and Bob, for so beautifully wrapping up Reverend Karen's wonderful message. Now, as we move into our time of offering, I want to let you know that here at the Center for Spiritual Living Sarasota, we're available to support you in knowing the power and presence of your spiritual essence. We offer prayer support, inspiration, encouragement, and opportunities for virtual community and connection. And we're so grateful for your generous financial support of this center that allows us to support you. There are 3 easy ways to share your offering. On your screen, you'll see our website, which is www.cslsarasota.com, where you can choose a couple of options. You can select the Donate button, which allows you to contribute via PayPal or by credit card. Or you can mail a check to our address. You can also set up automatic contributions through your own online banking. And now I invite you to place your hand over your heart as you reflect on your gift, blessing it as you share it. And know this with me: my gift goes forth to heal, to bless, and to prosper, and the divine flow returns it to me multiplied abundantly. Now please join me in our offering affirmation on your screen. I give thanks that I may share of my good, my love, and my support. Thank you so much. If you need prayer support, I'd like to draw your attention to the green prayer request button. We invite you to use this feature to send us your request. Our 4 licensed spiritual practitioners, Kathleen Frankert, Ron Frost, Nicole Leeds, and me, are available to know and affirm spiritual truth with and for you in whatever challenge you may be experiencing. We're also available for 1-hour spiritual coaching sessions by appointment. These opportunities are to explore a deeper understanding and practical application of the spiritual truth that transcends your problem or challenge. For more information, check our website under the staff link at the left side of the screen and then select Practitioners. Here on our website, you can also sign up to receive our weekly email newsletter. Please also check out our Facebook page for posts about upcoming events. I have a couple of announcements for you this morning. First, spiritual practitioner Kathleen Frankert will be conducting a new 7-week class via Zoom entitled Mind, Body, Spirit Connection in Healing, beginning on Tuesday, October 5th from 6 to 8 p.m. You'll explore how to transform your health and vitality and learn spiritual practices to support healing. The cost is $220 and includes a PDF version of the course workbook. Scholarships and installment payments are available. For more information, please contact Kathleen at the email address on the screen. The deadline to register is October 3rd. Also, our Spiritual Living Circle meets via Zoom every Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. to discuss an article from the current month's Science of Mind magazine. This week, we'll be discussing the article by Jeff on Seeley in the September issue entitled Becoming an Astronaut of Inner Space. This is a wonderful no-cost opportunity for social connection and to more fully explore your own spiritual development by connecting with and learning from other like-minded individuals. If you'd like to participate, please email me at the address shown on your screen, and I'll send you the Zoom link, article, and discussion guide. Now, as we conclude this sacred time together, let us move forward into the week ahead, trusting the infinite invisible every moment of it. I invite you to listen or join in singing our closing song, Let There Be Peace on Earth. Thank you for being with us, and have a great week, everyone.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator. We are family. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my song.